Hey PJs, welcome back to another video. Today I'm reviewing another subscriber's slime shop, but this one is a little different because these slimes came all the way from Switzerland. I am so excited to try these. I love trying international slime shops to see if anything's different, if they use any other ingredients, because the scents can be different, the glues and whatnot. So it's always fun to see how things differ. As always, if you want to check out this shop, I will leave a link to it down in the description below, and they do restock once a month, always on the 25th. And if you or someone you know wants to show off their business, whether it's slime or something else, I always leave my email down in the description. Besides the slimes, I was also sent their business card care card sheet, which is in a completely different language, but if you have any questions, you can always contact the slime shop owner. She does speak English. I was also sent some activator pens, these cute stickers. The chicken nuggets one is my favorite. It's adorable. And these chocolates, which by the time I've already done this recording and whatnot, I've eaten them, and they are so good. I enjoyed all of them. Here are the slimes for review. They all come in these screw top white lid containers with their slime shop logo on the top, the slime name on the side, and a warning label on the bottom. Starting off the review, this is Blueberry Boba. It is a jiggly slime scented blueberry, chai tea, and a hint of brown sugar. It comes with blueberry phemos, a boba charm, and boba beads. Just to mention it now, all the slimes did come underactivated, which I was completely expecting. It shipped really far, and where I'm at right now, it's over 100 degrees. It has been terrible, so I was expecting them to honestly be even more underactivated than they are, because some of them weren't really almost at all, so that's awesome. But I did just want to mention that because they all kind of start out sticky. I love the scent combo for this one. I like how they didn't just think about how the blueberry boba would just be like a blueberry drink, so they scent it like blueberry. They also thought about the boba part, which is obviously where the brown sugar comes from, and then the tea because it's boba tea and whatnot. I just love the attention to detail. To me though, the scent smells like sweet blueberries mixed with some kind of medicine. I still like it. It's not what I was expecting, but I still think it smells really good. The slime is listed as a jiggly, but I would say it's more just like a regular slime, not too thick or anything, but not super thin. It's got a slight jiggle to it that a normal slime would have, if you know what I'm talking about. If you want to make it more jiggly, you could always add some water or maybe an activator that's not as strong. So again, that'd just be more liquid in the slime, but I still do like the texture. I love the female slices in this slime. They're adorable, and there was definitely a good amount of them. You can see them as I stretch the slime, and I love the blue color. This has got to be my favorite shade of blue, and it's just perfect. It is gorgeous. This slime has really loud and crispy, kind of thick bubble pops that are just super satisfying to pop because of how thick they are. It gets super puffy as it inflates. There's really no tackiness. The only thing that I would mention is it does leave some chunks of slime on my hands as I'm playing with it, but that really is the only thing that I have to comment on. This slime is getting 4.5 out of 5 pajamas. Second slime for review is My Melody Cake Batter. This comes with a pink butter slime base that is scented birthday cake, a white cloud cream slime that is scented cotton candy, and some various sprinkles, female slices, and a charm. The butter slime is very soft, velvety, and smooth. It was just super satisfying to play with, very relaxing, and definitely one that I'd like to see as its own texture, because obviously once I mix in the cloud cream, then it's going to be a different texture, and I'd just like to see that one by itself because it was such a nice butter slime. To me though, it didn't smell like birthday cake. It smelled like Pez candy. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know what Pez candy is, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then you don't. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's just a very sweet type of candy smell. The cloud cream slime was dry and crispy. Again, another one that I'd actually like to see on its own because I really enjoyed the texture. And to me, it smelled like sweet roses, which is a good smell. Not what I was expecting, but it smells really good. Putting the DIY together was really fun. I didn't really know how to assemble it, so I just kind of made it into a layered cake. And mixing it, of course, was really satisfying, and once it fully mixes, the texture turns into a really smooth buttercream. I don't really know how to describe the scents mixing together, but it just smells like a super sweet smell, kind of like candy, which smells different than what I'm normally used to with like cake scents and whatnot, but it's not a bad thing. I still think it smells really good, and considering it's a cake slime and it smells sweet, then it goes with it. This slime has good inflation to it, and it inflates really easily, so you don't have to sit there trying to inflate it for, you know, a really long time. It does puff up within like a good 30 seconds, so that's really fast. Once it gets all puffy and aired up, it gets even softer and has like a whipped texture to it, which feels really nice on the hands, and it's just so satisfying. This slime is getting 5 out of 5 pajamas. Next up is Pink Beach. This is a wet cloud slime scented pink lemonade, and it comes with some various charms and micro glitter. I adore the charms and the glitter for this one. Just putting it together, even though I was just topping it with charms, just looked so cool and definitely like a beach, which I really love. And I love how all the charms are different. They just look super cool together. Sadly, the scent was barely there. What I could smell, it smelled exactly like pink lemonade, and I'd really like to smell more of it because it was really realistic and made me really want some pink lemonade. I don't think I've had some since I was a kid, which is a long time ago. And now I really want some, and it smelled so good, but really for the most part all I did smell was glue. Another thing I noticed about this one is that the snow that's in it kind of feels smaller than normal, so like micro snow, and it's kind of giving off like a soft grainy feel. And if you mix that with the fact that it is a partly wet cloud slime, it really does paint the picture in my head of like touching wet sand, like right after the waves hit it, you know, you get to touch like the damp sand and stuff, and it is such a satisfying feel to like feel it through your toes and your fingers and all that. I've only been able to experience that once when I went to a beach, and it was so fun to do because it's just, I just love the texture. Drizzling this one was extremely easy, and I always mention it anytime I play with the cloud slime. I suck at drizzling cloud slimes. Like, unless it's super easy to drizzle, I can't usually get it to do it, but this one was super easy. The drizzles are all uniform and so satisfying to watch. It is slightly dense, which actually allows for some bubble pops, which is really cool, and it only has the typical snow fallout, so this one is a perfect A+ cloud slime. So of course it does get 5 out of 5 pajamas. This next slime is called Pooh's Honey Pot. It is a DIY clay slime that comes with a clear snow fizz base that is scented as sweet honey. It also comes with a clay Pooh, some Pooh charms, and assorted sprinkles. The first thing that I wanted to mention is how much the base looks like raw honeycomb. I really wish I could have had like better clips of it, but since I had to activate it, it does become more puffy and, you know, the color isn't as deep anymore, but it looked exactly like raw honeycomb and it just looked so cool. And pairing that with the fact that it smells, at least to me, like nectar and kind of like flowers, it just fits perfectly, and I'm just obsessed with the way it looks. The Snow Fizz pieces itself are more soft and gummy like than your regular like plastic Snow Fizz. I've only felt it like once before like this, but it does, like, they do feel soft and like kind of gummy, but it still gives off the sizzles and crackles that a Snow Fizz does. It's just not as tough, I guess, which is really cool. I don't really know where the Snow Fizz pieces come from, because again, I've only had it I think once before this one, but it's such a cool texture. The clay piece was absolutely adorable, super soft and easy to mix in. Once you mix it into the slime, it becomes a soft butter fizz type of texture, and I really like the color that it turns into. It definitely reminds me of Pooh Bear. As most Snow Fizzes and butter fizzes do, this one does inflate and become super sizzly, crackly, and just very satisfying to listen to. It's definitely one of my favorite textures to just press down into because it just makes the best ASMR. One thing that I did want to touch on is it does become super tacky, which I will just blame that on the base. I did notice it as I was playing with it that it was just tacky, which can be pretty normal for Snow Fizzes for some reason. They're just kind of tacky, but this one I would say is a bit more than usual. You could try adding some lotion, maybe some baby oil, something like that, and that should help it like at least a little bit. This slime is getting 4.7 out of 5 pajamas. The second to last slime for this review is Skittles. This is a white and clear glue based thick slime that's scented like Skittles, and it is a floam slime with some pink glitters and pink micro glitters. To me, this slime doesn't smell like Skittles, it smells more like sweet tarts, which is like good enough, at least to me, because sweet tarts smell amazing, and it's just one of those things that I also haven't had in a really long time, and now I want some because I like got reminded of how much I liked them because of how accurate this one smells to that, so I love the candy scent. Looks wise, I think this is my favorite out of all the slimes. I just love the colorful ones, especially with white bases, and the glitters just add a special flair to them, and since the beads are just so colorful, it definitely reminds me of Skittles, and I just love the way it looks. Just colorful slimes like this one make me so happy. I would say I wouldn't call it a thick slime. It's definitely more on the thinner side, so a little thinner than that first slime that I reviewed. I personally have no problem with it. I like the thinner ones when they have add-ins like this because then it creates even better bubble pops, because there's just so many bubble pops when you have a thin slime, and if you have add-ins it just creates even more, and it doesn't even have any fallout, so I'm not worried about it being thinner. I like it. Also, because of the thinner base, when you crunch it you get to feel the beads move through the slime, which is also a really cool experience. I would say this slime leaves a bit more than your typical slime residue. I kind of expected it because it does have some clear slime in it, which is notorious for leaving slime residue on your hands, and since it does have these add-ins they tend to also leave some slime residue, so I'm not super worried about it. I just thought I'd mention it because it does leave a bit more than normal. It does leave some bigger chunks and the little chunks, and I'm going to give this one 4.8 out of 5 pajamas. Last for this review is Peaches and Cream. This is a DIY clay slime that is scented white peach and marshmallow, and it comes with 2 clay peaches, Fimos, and a peach charm. So I wasn't told what the base was, but to me it feels like a buttery and smooth cloud cream type. It's also another satisfying one that's just really soft on the hands and it feels so good. To me, this slime smells like sweet peaches and has like a nutty scent to it as well. I can't really pinpoint exactly what it smells like, but it kind of reminds me of those taro scents, like that type of nutty, which does smell really good. Obviously not exactly like Peaches and Cream, but I still really enjoy the scent. I think it smells amazing. I love the detail on the peaches, like the glittery detail that you can see on the little like line in the middle and on the leaves. It just looks so good and just adds a little like oomph to the clay pieces. I think they look so cute. They're also extremely soft and were super easy to mix into the slime. Once the clay fully mixes in, the slime turns into a soft buttercream texture that inflates a ton. You're gonna see it in a little bit like this one. Inflates so much, and it was so easy to inflate it, and I just adore this texture so much. It's extremely soft and just, it feels so nice on my hands. Once it fully inflates, this slime gets puffy and sizzly, and it has no tackiness whatsoever, which is also another incredible thing. And I'm also adoring the color for this one. It looks just like a peach color, and I just love it. It's so cute. Honestly, everything about this slime is just perfect. I'm completely obsessed with it. I love inflating slimes and soft slimes and slimes that smell good and slimes that look good, and this is all of the above. This slime, of course, is getting 5 out of 5 pajamas. And with that, that is the end of this review, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. Like I mentioned at the beginning, if you want to check out this slime shop, which I highly recommend you do, it will be linked in the description down below. And if you made it this far, comment down below, are you team candy sweet or team chocolate sweet? I will always be on team chocolate sweet. Like, oh, there are so many good chocolates out there, candy can't even compete. I will admit, like, sour Skittles have my heart, but chocolate all the way. Now I am signing off, and I will see you guys in the next one.